Hello, I'm going to try a little something different today. What I'm going to try doing is seeing if I can play a game without talking and then overlay it, making comments afterwards, maybe in a review as well, just talking. But when I'm just going to try doing a game and just talking over it. I don't even know. I'm trying to figure this out. I just came up with the idea because I don't really want to talk too much during my games right now. But we'll just see how things go. So in this game I end up playing as white, and I was right off the bat I was not very happy that I was going against a Sanrinzai. Let's see. Of course, I had to fiddle with some of the details in how the board looks, because I don't know why things just didn't look really good, so I just wanted to fix that up. Okay, there we go. And so when black pincers here, I felt happy that it was a high stone, because for me personally it felt much easier to be lenient with my stone in there, the Q14. But this variation that I did, it's worse. I should not have done this. I mean, it's basically just the same thing as a 3-3 invasion, but this position's just really bad for me because of black having a more solid wall than if such. So I should not have gone into that corner at that time. This Hane, I probably should not have done these 3-3 if I wanted to do the Hane. I should have just done the Hane first. But I believe that black does respond to it, and then I do the tiger's mouth to make sure that I can bring out the possibility of bringing the C17 stone out. However, I do leave the Hane open for black to reduce me. But I was really happy when black did not play that Hane and decided to take the corner, when the Hane would bring out a much larger Moya potential for black. But with this jump, I'm able to build up as well. So, feeling that if I were to play on the left side, I decided to just enclose in the upper right corner. Because it doesn't matter what happens, I'll be building up on the left side, just like with what happens here. And this was an example of something that I wanted to bring up, that black just plays Joseki here. Black doesn't necessarily, in my opinion, black isn't necessarily thinking about how the board is looking right now with having played that Joseki, because that only helps me to build up the left side. I'm way too happy with it. The bottom is a little big though. I definitely should have done something better about that, and I realized that, and I just went ahead and went for the living inside. And I actually should not have lived. I should not have lived. But I did, because my opponent didn't necessarily look into the shape issues. I didn't either. I messed up in it too. But in general, I shouldn't have lived. So I just at this point I just continue working on that, just making sure I can get around and get those eyes in there. I believe I just take here, because by taking I'm able to have more room to run out, and it's gote if black wants to cut the 3 stones out, which could be fairly small. So then I threaten it. I believe I just play M17. No, never mind, I did that to threaten the cut, and I end up doing the cut. because all of these moves I'm doing is to just attack and threaten everything that I can, so I can get more stones in the area. So here I have one eye in Gote and another possible eye in Gote, because I will have to fill in moves like, yeah, that I-14 spot and the M-14 spot. So now I've got one eye, and I just need to fill in the other. But black, I don't believe, does that. I believe black just either connected or try to poke. Yeah, black pokes out my shape, trying to just straight up kill me. But I go ahead and just jump because I don't want to live locally. I want to run out and maybe attack the 2 stones if I can. This took me a little bit of thinking to do. I believe I just fill in the wall because I don't want to get my stone cut off, the L12. No, that's not L12, is it? Yeah, that's L12. Oh, I guess I didn't. That's okay. Overall, all of this was just a lot of overplay. I shouldn't have lived in general over here. But I believe I just I just fill that in, make sure I get that eye. And I can either run out for another eye or just fill in at I-15. So now that I'm alive, basically, there's just the factor of building up on the left side and playing something on the right side, because on the right is really big right now, and I should be ahead. Well, yeah, I'm ahead. White is ahead at this point, and I'm playing as white in this game because black only has the lower left corner and maybe a little bit on the top, while I've got a big left side. I've got 2 corners, and I also have a cutting point at I-10 that I believe I bring out at some point, unless I don't remember, because I'm voicing this. Oh, never mind, that's right, I sacrificed the 2 stones because it's just 2 stones. Yeah, I'm recording this like a few days after actually playing this because I got distracted with other things and making sure that I get settled in with Arizona, making sure I get things done because I'm still looking for work, and right now I have a really good possibility of getting a job somewhere, and I would record more and stream more. I just need a job so I know what kind of schedule I have, so I can make a schedule for streaming and recording. So here I was really, really happy to be able to surround the right group, because black thought that keeping me disconnected with I-5, even though it doesn't really disconnect me, would be big. Then this was a mistake on my part. I should not have played that P4. I should have played P3 so that the clamp is not a possibility for black. And here black is just alive because black can either run out or just live locally. Even though it's quite a distance away from the P11, but I was like, I'm ahead, so I'll just keep my corners, keep staying strong. Let's see, debating on if, oh, that's right. Here I wanted to fix my shape because I could have been cut, but because of this exchange that I make here, I can't be cut necessarily. So then I come back to prevent the F7 jump to reduce what territory I do have. Here it's just 1 stone. I find it funny that people are, I mean, I do it too. Sometimes I will worry about a single individual stone, but I mean, you can see there's 3 spots that I don't really care for individual or 2 stone groups. I mean, there's the bottom with the 3 stones, there's the H11, H12, there's the L5, and the H4. All of those, well, obviously I won't be able to save all of them, but I personally think that's okay. Here, I actually talk about this in a review right after the game, closer to the end of the review, but this black, I believe, should have played L8. Even if it doesn't work, it's just better shape, because here I've got 2 ways. I've got O9 or I have K9 to live. And here black misread that K9 would work. So here it's just basically a win. There's not much else that can really be done. I'm just alive everywhere. Yeah. So it's just taking the last bit of territory on the right, taking the top stone. Oh, that's right, I forgot about this part. With my opponent just playing extra moves around here, trying to get living on the left side, and eventually it turns into a fight, but I am way comfortable on the left side that I didn't really worry too much on it. I mean, because it's been a while since I looked at it, I don't have as many things to say as I probably would have before. But in future times, I will get that fixed up, because I do want to be able to have more better review, discussion, question, whatever's, so people watching can learn quite a bit more. I descend because I don't want to Hane and give black some moves to move around and get some form of shape. And like I said, black doesn't live. And I like this move because it's as if I played G7 and then black plays E7. I also bring this up in the review too, that this stone is that I play there specifically rather than something like C9 or anything on the line above it. C9, D9, B9, so forth in that area. So I'll leave it to the past me to explain that part. But here, black gets 1 eye, but never able to get 2. Here I did have to kind of read a bit though. I do this Hane here, and I was debating on doing the Hane below, and I probably should have, but with this result I was happy because there's nothing that black can really do. Black shouldn't have done the double Hane. It's still only 1 eye. I believe I also talk about that in the review. And while I'm thinking and while the opponent is doing, oh yeah, I had to let myself get reduced here. I want to thank Ryuda-kun because he is making, well, he made another layout for me that I'm going to be using for nighttime, or for, I mean, well, nighttime is the one idea that I have right now. It's just Yosei that I have been thinking about right now. Nighttime and a daytime sort of feeling. And then the layout that you see before you, I am just going to be using for streams from now on. And I'm just looking forward to being able to use the layouts, because they look really, really cool. I'm really looking forward to using them. And again, basically this is all just endgame. Not much else that's really exciting. This was a mistake on my part though. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. I'll just let the game go through to the end until I start talking again. Enjoy. And let me know what you think with the voiceover. I'll still keep to doing reviews at the end, because that way I can actually play some stones and show some different variations. And yeah, just let me know what you think. Alright, right when the song ended as well. Okay, so I'd have to say that the opponent was about a 3Q maybe, KGS ranking. Reading was okay, but so this first little bit was definitely interesting in my opinion. I definitely should not have done this. And here Black should just continue with this and build a wall. That would benefit Black even more. It can extend again because this Hane is lethal to surrounding White's area up here. This was too slow. If anything, Black should be playing on this side, getting a double Hane in there, because getting this one stone is way too small. I mean, I could play this to connect up, but there's bigger things on the board right now. So I believe that to be a small move. I also think this was a bit small, kind of. But no, never mind, no. It's in a strong position. Yeah, never mind. This is just Black going along with Joseki. This is horrible for Black. This was really bad for Black. Black just wanted to go with Joseki. Oh, the top's whiter, so I'll go for the top. I believe Black should be playing here, because White's thickness is a bit far. So Black can use that opportunity to get a base in there and to attack the White group. Because of that B15 stone being there, that White group is now in trouble. So if Black were to do this, I'd have to pincer it, and I'd probably go with this. So now there's that Aji for Black to do something in here, and Black gets the corner. But Black just wanted to go with Joseki, and it didn't help. This move should be just this. Just protect that spot, because there's not really much I can do. I mean, this is the best I can do, and that's one eye. That is one eye. And that's there. And this could even end up in just Gote. I would be in serious trouble with this. If anything, I was a bit too optimistic. I should just jump out now. And then if Black wants to cap, then I can maybe play it in this order now. And then play that. And then play a jump. No, I'd still be in trouble. Well, in the long run, this was just really bad for me, and I was really lucky. Like, way lucky. Oh, never mind, I did do that. Okay. So maybe just this. And then if Black wants to do that, just do this. And I should have a chance here. I won't have anything on the bottom, but that's okay. Because Black has this. and that's only one eye. That won't work. That does nothing. This is fine. Anyway, in the long run, it was kind of an overplay for me, but I got kind of lucky. This is all black has to do. Maybe. No, never mind. Off by 1 liberty. Actually, no, this could still be doable. Because it's still only 1 eye. So just connect. Poke, connect. White doesn't have 2 eyes. So black was not reading at all with that situation. Neither was I. So I got lucky, but I don't like winning by luck. Taking those 2 stones were too slow. One stone is a bit small. Here, black makes a mistake. Just play this. This is all black would need to do. Then I will need to play this for some shape to run out and connect or something, and then black can hane. Then where am I going to go? I can threaten this, but well, yeah, that way it'll just work. So that and my group can't go anywhere. Same here. I mean, this way I can connect, kind of, maybe. No, not really. But I'm threatening the group. But I am kind of in a pickle. But it definitely looks like that black is definitely surrounded. I kept reading this, and it looked like I would have just been in trouble. Maybe indirectly? No, that just doesn't work. Oh well. Yeah, so black didn't notice this thing working for me. So I just technically passed twice, gaining more territory elsewhere, and black played twice in my big area, and I still killed. So I didn't want to play too close to the thickness, which is why I played here instead of here. If I were to play here, then I can't necessarily make this hane. Whoops. Otherwise, I'm a little iffy in the situation. Because that would just be dead. Alive for black, dead for white. So we always want to stay at a certain distance from thickness when attacking. Yeah, this doesn't work. This... I almost fell for it, but what black wants is for this to happen. get some eye shape in here, even though it actually this way wouldn't even work either. I mean, this way could be to Ko, and if black wins the Ko, then it'll manage. But it's just a trade, what this is doing. It's saying that I'll take this eye and you can try building an eye there, but does it even build an eye? Actually, no, it does build an eye. Duh. Yeah. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because if I do this, it's a false eye. So black doesn't even necessarily have one eye there. This actually works for black. I can't do this, because then this crosscut is for sure going to happen, and then I'm split. So I went over just to make sure that I stay connected. Because I didn't want this to happen. I mean, I'm well ahead at this point. I don't think there's anything else to say about that. There'll probably be some more in-depth, or some more just not really in-depth, but more talking, because again, I'm testing out how the audio works. But if you're watching it at this point, you'll know if it works or not. But yeah, I'm going to try keeping these videos short too, again, with the recordings. I've tried to get back into recording again. I just didn't know when my grandparents are going to be back. They're still not back yet. They were supposed to have been back. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and edit this. Just see how, and if you guys like how this sounded, I don't know how it'll sound right now, but if you guys like the overlay of the talking while I'm silent, while playing, let me know, because I definitely felt comfortable playing without really talking, and then keeping in mind the idea that I'll talk about stuff and what I may have been thinking at the time, overlaying while just watching it and talking. So let me know what you think, and I will get back into doing more videos for this series, the first steps into Dawnhood. Although I'm trying to think, how do I want to do this? I'm trying to kind of move more into details when it comes to first steps into Dawnhood. And I mean, I kind of brought that up with the black group on the left trying to live in there, and it just wouldn't. And just playing away from thickness. Playing away from thickness is very, very important. And reading. But if anything, when I first started the series, the main idea was to help players, weaker players, to just be able to see kind of shapes that stronger people play, even though I still play bad shape. But how about another way of wording it is for lower ranked players to see more of a variety of possibilities that can be played, to help you see more into shapes and what could be some possibilities going on. So if anything, I want to be able to just show those things, what I think and how I play, and players can go about with what they think can work for them. So, but I hope to be able to go into more depth things with this series again, but I'm trying to get it back. So again, let me know what you think, and thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this, and I will see you next time. Later, and hopefully the audio should be better.